My camera is crooked. I need to fix that right now. Hey guys, it's Rachel, aka Bay, and today I wanted to just kind of sit down and chat with you guys. I feel like other than my first video, I haven't really done just like a sit down and talk to you. That's kind of one of the main reasons I started this channel, was just to talk. So today I just wanted to talk to you guys about grad, I guess. A couple of you might know that I did just graduate and cut my hair, and I just got my marks for my last diploma. I didn't do great, but I passed the class and I can get into university with that mark, so that's great. But there's a lot that happens around grad, and even grade 12 that's really stressful. And I just kind of want to talk to you guys about that, whether you just went through it or are going to be going through it. I want to relate with you guys. Okay, so grad pretty much starts off like at the beginning of the year. Like as soon as you get into grade 12, all your thoughts are about college and your grad dress and making sure your marks are good and that you're going to have everything you need to graduate. And that is ridiculously stressful. School is stressful enough without all your future depends on this stuff that comes with grad. And that's really hard to cope with. On top of trying to get good grades and trying to keep up a social life, and maybe you have a job like I do, and maybe you do extracurriculars. Like, all of that plus all the schoolwork you get, it's kind of ridiculous. And people are always like, oh, teenagers have nothing to complain about. We kind of do. Plus, now you're worrying about college or university. And what are you going to do after high school? And I swear, I lost count of how many times people have asked me, what are you planning to do next year? Are you going to school? Are you going to travel? No, I'm taking a year off and I'm going to work. That's kind of how it is. It just kind of happened like that. I missed out kind of on applying and stuff. Plus, there's nothing I'm interested in doing. And that's okay. I don't know how to explain it, but there kind of comes a point where you have to just kind of sit back and be like, what am I going to do? And it took me a long time. I'm still not completely okay with it, but it took me a really long time to figure out that not knowing what you're going to do is just as okay as knowing what you're going to do. I'm 17 right now. I turn 18 in just under a month. I don't have my life figured out. My stepdad is 45 and he's looking for a new job. He's thinking of going back to school. So you're never going to be stuck with one thing. That's kind of like the main thing. And I don't want to go into school and spend a bunch of money on something I don't really like. Because, yeah, sure, it's going to change probably, but I still think, like, you should pursue something you like. And it's okay to be 17 or 18 and not know what you're going to do. And it's okay to be 30 and not know what you're going to do, as long as you're paying the bills and not living in your parents' basement. We're all living in the same world, and we're all living 1 minute at a time. It's coming at us. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. So it's okay not to know what you're going to do. So now that we've kind of got the stressful school and the terror of not knowing what you're doing with your life kind of out of the way, now we're going to get more into actual grad season. So this is going to be from about April-ish to June. Everyone's grad takes place on a different time, but you start preparing for it earlier. I think the main thing about grad is that you get so excited and you want to spend all this money, and you have so many options of dresses and shoes and stuff. But it is just kind of one night. And while it was a great night, it was a fun night. It was. It was just one night of my life, and I feel like it wasn't worth the $300 outfit. But if you're going into grad this year, if this is your grade 12 year, just remember, it's a day. Don't go overboard. Don't spend $500, $1,000 on a dress. You can look good in things that cost less money than that. You don't want to go broke for one night. Moving on. So now I'm going to talk about walking the stage. And for me, I think I had like 360-ish graduates in my class. So just be prepared because it's going to be a long day. Now, I know a lot of public schools do you have the convocation in the morning and then the banquet in the evening. My school didn't do that. They had the banquet and the convocation on separate days. But that's also because we have a mass in the morning. I wasn't waiting to walk the stage for a long time, but I was waiting to leave after walking the stage for a long time. Just be prepared. Bring your phone, maybe. Make sure you have a pocket or a purse that you can put it in. If you want to wear heels, practice walking in them first. You don't want to trip on stage getting your diploma. That's not fun, I assume. Oh, another tip. They take your picture when you get the diploma. I know you're tempted to make a funny face or do something silly, but think about 30 years from now, and you're trying to show your friends, and you see it, and you're like, oh yeah, this is from when I graduated from high school, and you're doing some silly, like, pose thing. You're gonna regret it. Just smile and look nice. And afterwards, you can strike a weird pose or something. Just for the picture, look nice. You're gonna regret it if you do something silly. I know a lot of you don't have the option of this. Sit by your friends. I sat by my friends and we chatted and we laughed a bit and it made time pass a lot quicker. Also, long dresses for girls. I wouldn't recommend it. It doesn't look good under the gown. The gown itself doesn't look good on anyone. And that's a thing for everyone. The gown's not going to look good on you. It's like a shapeless thing. But wearing a long dress under it kind of makes it look extra weird because it's like this. It's really peculiar. So I wouldn't recommend doing that. Also, wear nice shoes because they're gonna be seen. You're wearing a dress. People are gonna see your shoes. You don't need to wear high heels, but don't wear like sneakers that are falling apart, and don't wear flip-flops. And you want to look back on this day in 30 years and not regret it. So I don't know, those are kind of the main things, which are university, your banquet, and walking the stage. Now, diplomas. Okay, so diplomas or your finals or your SATs or I don't really know. Those are so stressful. For me, personally, in my area, where I live, the diplomas were worth 50% of my mark. So I go into the class and I could have a really good mark, but if I completely fail the diploma, that's not going to go well for me. And actually, they just changed it. We were the last class to have that. The next people that write their diplomas, it's only going to be worth 30%, which is still a lot, but not as drastic as 50%. The test is not fair. I'm going to say that right now. It's generalized, it's standardized, it's not personalized to you. It's just to get everyone writing to see what they know. Even though at least, I'm guessing, probably about 70% don't test well, especially on multiple choice or written response. There's only so much you can do for that, I guess. Like, you can't give everyone their own test because that's going to take a long time to grade. But it'd be nice if there was different options. Everyone's going to retain knowledge differently. So maybe in class you're going to learn it once and you're going to remember it. Or maybe you're going to have to study for months and months before the exam. Or maybe you're like me and you like cram the night before. Studying is different for everyone. And whatever works best for you is what you should do. Even if your teachers are like, don't cram the night before. For me, that's how I remember information. Just cramming the night before and the morning before. It stays in my head better than if I were reviewing over months. Overall, grad is probably one of the most stressful experiences of my life. Everyone's like, it's so much fun. It's not. It's not fun. It's stressful. It's expensive. It's a big time in your life, but I feel like people make it bigger than it needs to be. Don't let one bad thing ruin your grad night. Or if you're still caught up on one bad thing that happened on grad, you're gonna have to get over it. It was one night, and it's all okay now. So yeah, that's about it. I've been talking, I've been ranting, I need to calm down. If you guys have any stories about grad to share with me, I'd love to hear them, so just leave a comment down below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of whatever this is, click subscribe wherever the button is. And with that, I'll call it a wrap. Love each other, be kind to each other, and thank you guys for watching. Bye-bye. Mwah, mwah.